Hello, Namaskar, good evening. Welcome to NCERT's live interactive session. This is Simran Singh. And you all are watching us on PM eVidya channel number 6 to 12. You can also connect with us to our YouTube channel that you all know. It's NCERT Official. It's around 4 p.m. on your watch, and from 4 to 5 p.m. regularly for this 1 hour we have our special sessions for you. We call them webinar. And today's webinar session is going to be really interesting and important for all our viewers, as we are going to discuss about the journey of National ICT Awardee teacher. Now, just providing you a glimpse of who National ICT Awardees are. They are resource persons of the nation who have contributed in nation building. You want to know how? Basically, by introducing new interventions in the field of ICT in the process of teaching and learning. So we come up with these webinar sessions so that you can be inspired from their journey, and also you might include these teaching learning interventions in your classrooms. Now the awaited moment is, who is a National ICT Awardee teacher joining with us in this session? So she is Mrs. D. Kavita. Namaskar ma'am, good evening.
नमस्कार, मैं डी कविता, मैं प्रिंसिपल अभी रिसेंटली मैं रिटायर हुई हूँ.
A very warm welcome in the session ma'am. Just give me few more moments.
Yeah.
I would like to introduce you. She is Mrs. D. Kavita, the recipient of National ICT Awardee teacher for the year 2010, first batch. Ma'am is retired principal from GSS, Marjivi, Chittorgarh, Rajasthan. Viewers, throughout our live interactive session, if you have any of the queries, so feel free to reach out to us in the comment section of NCERT Official. We'll try to take all your questions in this session itself, and our expert is going to be with us for another 1 hour. So apart from our mail ID, if you have any of the queries, you can also contact us through this number that is flashing on your screens. It is 8800440559. Now you know these are the two mediums, like the comment section where you can comment with your queries, or our contact number, and also you also know about our mail IDs. They are also flashing on your screen. training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. So Kavita ma'am, I am eagerly waiting to know about your journey and get inspired and learn more about the teaching learning interventions that you have used in your classroom in terms of ICT. Over to you.
Good afternoon, Simran ma'am. First of all, I should thank NCERT and CIT and the entire team for giving me this wonderful opportunity to present myself. And I want to share my journey with you. I have received the ICT award, that is ICT award national level, in 2010, and I also received the NAT, that is National Award for Teachers, in 2011. My journey, I think, will be interesting because I would like to share many of the things that I have done. You can see here, my students went from home to home in villages and tried to bring the deprived children to school. This was a project that I had undertaken with the students of class 12. This project was given to them, and they could bring the deprived children to school. And this is the project which paid me a lot, in the sense that it gave me an opportunity to be a Fulbright Scholar Fellow in USA, where I could stay for 2 months together and learn a lot in the teacher exchange program. Apart from this, I would also like to share this photo. You can see the Minister of Education inaugurating my audio CD, because I felt that when the students come to class 9 from very remote places, they are not able to read properly. And because they cannot read, they are not even able to comprehend. So I thought giving them a reading practice could be of a great use. I went to the director, Bhaskar A. Sawant, and presented my proposal that we can, sir, make some audio lessons for these students. And he accepted the proposal. And the result is a wonderful CD of class 9, all lessons in audio format, which in 2012, we gave to students through their mobile applications, their iPads, iPods, whatever they had. And apart from that, I worked for girl education. So ICRW from USA sent the team to get an idea of what I could do. This photo that you can see here is the idea presented to the government, where in 2012 the Zoom and all were not there, and I came out with an idea that we can give some virtual lessons to the students, and the trial was excellent. We could teach 5 different schools in 5 different districts with the director Harsa Amina. I was sitting here and presenting my lesson, and from other places the lesson was being received. And this is my website, Creative Teachers of Rajasthan. It's a wonderful platform for all those teachers who would like to spread their knowledge for the benefit of students and teachers without expecting any honorarium or return, because I never charge anything, I never pay anything. This is a platform for all those teachers. And this that you can see, this photo, is the result computation application which won me this National ICT Award. These are the various works that I have done. Coming to myself, right from my childhood, I have always been inquisitive. My education has been in rural sector. I couldn't get many opportunities, but then I have always been lucky enough, and I got support from family, friends, officers, and all my inquisitions have been solved. I'm lucky enough to reach this place. It's not that I did not have challenges. Challenges have always been there, because I'm telling you that I was from a rural background, and it was really very difficult to reach to the higher levels. But I looked at challenges as opportunities, and I tried hard to face those challenges, and finally I have always been successful in my pursuits. My family, and particularly my husband, has always helped me in each and every task of me. One thing that I would like to share is I never hesitated to present their views irrespective of how they are going to be taken by the other person. Like if I had an idea and I wanted that this should be presented to the director, I never thought that he may accept or he may not accept, he may give me a chance. I never thought of all those things. Just to have an idea, go forward. He is not going to snatch anything from you. Either he will say yes or no. I was always ready for any no. So this attitude of me to go ahead without any hesitation, it helped me a lot. And this particularly, I'm highlighting this 43. I started my ICT journey at the age of 43 just because I want to inspire teachers that age is not a limit. It's not that you have to start early. You can start any time, any day. Now I'm 59 years of age and I'm not going to sit here idle. Definitely I'm going to do something. And one should never think of age and all. Just go ahead. I started at 43, but still I could do. And one more thing, I completed my MCA at the age of 50. 50 is an age. Generally people think, ab to aadhi umar nikal gayi, ab kya kare? No, it's not that. We can do anything, anytime. And even to this day, I am learning continuously, upskilling. Every day I spend at least 2 hours to learn new things, whether it be through friends or YouTube or any other source. I am a Google certified teacher, and I am a Microfight certified teacher, and I am also a T Fellow, United States of America. Gave me recognition as a certified teacher, and I have spent my 2 months over there and exchanged knowledge. I tried to teach those US students Vedic mathematics, yoga, our way of English, and it was well accepted by the students and enjoyed a lot. It was a cultural exchange program too, so I shared Indian culture with them, and it was loved and accepted by the students. This is very interesting, how I started my ICT journey. My ICT journey began as a mentor to my daughter in 2006. And my daughter was given by the science teacher a presentation. She was asked to make a presentation for a science fair. It was a PPT, and she was told just show how traditional teaching using blackboard or green board is not as good as teaching through ICT tools. And at that time, my daughter was in class 8th. I helped her in lesson planning, and her presentation won the first prize at state level. And it is through that girl that I got an opportunity to interact with Mr. T.P. Joshi. He was a team member from NCERT who came to inspect the science fair, the state level science fair. And that time, presenting a PPT in 2006 was a really novel idea, at least in Rajasthan. And he talked to my daughter and he asked, like, how could you do this presentation? You are only a student of class 8th. So she said that my mother was my mentor and we both did it. So encouraged by Mr. T.P. Joshi, I entered the SCRT of our state and also NCERT. This kind fellow has given me a chance to visit NCERT in one of the workshops, and that was my start. Because before that, I had a computer, but I never made any PPT. Now coming to the life-changing opportunity, which won me this award, it began in 2009. Very interestingly, one of our senior teachers was struggling very hard calculating the totals and percentages and ranks and all to prepare annual progress reports of her class, which consisted of 40 students. It was a very tedious task for her because 40 students, like each and every subject, marks had to be calculated, the totals and then grand totals and then ranking and percentages. It was a hell lot for her. When I saw that senior lady struggling so much, I said, ma'am, let me help you. I offered my help, and what I did was just nothing. I used a calculator, not a computer, calculator, and I did the totaling job and all a little bit easier for her. And let me tell you that the face of that old lady was lit up like anything. Oh my God, this calculation manually, it would have taken me some 3 to 4 days, and you finished just within 1 hour. It was a wonderful experience for her, and that face, even to this day, I remember how happy I made that lady just by using a calculator. That gave me an idea that why not use a computer, why not use the spreadsheet technology to compute results. When this idea came to me, I did not know much about Excel. I know that I could do a few calculations. I was not an expert, not at all. But using the trial and error method, I worked continuously for 3 months. And after the completion of 3 months, I was able to come out with an application in Excel, which was so appreciated all over Rajasthan that it won me the National ICT Award. I am going to demonstrate how it works. And this application was appreciated not by colleagues, by the principal, but by the Director of Education, Bhaskar A. Sawant. He appreciated and he encouraged me, and he made it mandatory all over Rajasthan so that in each and every school this could be used and the work could be made easy. This great man, he is always kind, he is always friendly to teachers. Wherever there is an innovation, he has always encouraged us. And later he became the mentor to my website, and our team, CTO team, Creative Teachers of Rajasthan, I'm going to tell you more about the team. He is with us even to this day, right from 2009 till 2022. He has always been at the back. So it is because of this sir that we have been able to create more milestones. This was the launching of my application, result application. And apart from this result application, I presented one more idea to Sawan sir that we can create some audio lessons for mobile-based learning, and he accepted the proposal, and this was also ready. That was called cell phone aided learning, in which we presented audio lessons for students of class 9, because 9th is the first class in the secondary level, and students coming from primary and upper primary level face a lot of difficulty. So we wanted to give them a helping hand so that their hesitation would go away, they would be able to do something. So this was again a great success, and these lessons have been given to all schools in all through the entire Rajasthan, and even to this day they are being enjoyed by the students. I was talking about the result computation application which won me the National ICT Award. What is it and how does it work? Let us quickly look at the points and let's go to the real application, and we can also have a hands-on. In this, what I did was, for every class, right from class 6th to 11th, I made a workbook, and every workbook contains 7 sheets. This was initially from class 6 to 11, but later on there was a demand that it should be made even for class 1 to 5. That also I completed, but particularly I am talking about class 6 to 10, 6 to 11, and every workbook contains 7 sheets. And the first sheet is, it tells how to use the application, that is given in the text format, and also supporting video is given, self-learning video, so that a teacher can go through the video and understand. Then coming to the second sheet, it is about the details, wherein we take the details. Why not go to the real application, and it's better, I think, I show the application instead of talking simply about it. This is the application. As you can see, this is first sheet, where how to use is given, and there is a link which takes the teacher to the video so that the teacher can have a look, or she can have 2 computers or 1 phone and computer. Looking at the video, he or she can work on it. This is simply how to use. Then comes the second sheet, that is details. This is a sheet where we simply take the inputs. This is the sheet for inputs. In inputs, we have the student's name, father's name, mother's name, category, gender, date of birth, roll number, SR number, and all the details. And these details can be easily now taken from Shala Darpan in case of government schools, and the private RTE portal in case of private schools. So this data can be taken in just a single click and pasted here. And then coming to various subjects, and in Rajasthan we have the system of 3 tests, 1 half-yearly exam and 1 annual exam. So the teachers have to feed the marks of the tests and exams in all subjects. And this is a all-in-one sheet. I have taken, for example, this is the class 11th sheet, and you know, in class 11th we have various faculties, arts, commerce, science, and there are so... Any problem?
No, you may continue.
Yeah. We have a variety of subjects, and this single application can take at a time 12 different subjects. In optional 1 we can, no, not 12 but 24. From A to H I have given these many columns. So 24 subjects can be taken together, and in no faculty there are so many subjects. Like supposing in class 11th A, under optional 1, few students are opting for political science and a few are opting for economics. Okay, we can simply have two types of subjects under one, because it happens when there is one class, some students opt for one subject and some go for other. So during that period only they are bifurcated, otherwise they sit together. So in this way, in each optional column, we can have 8 subjects, and we can have any faculty, whether it be science, arts, commerce, agriculture, anything. We can have a practical and a non-practical subject, fully theory-based subject at a time. So this has taken me a lot of time, but it has come out in such a way that the teacher doesn't have to bother anything about how to calculate, what to do with the practicals, and what are the rules, and at what percentage does a student pass or placed in supplementary, or a failure, or a re-exam, or what to do with the medical cases. There are so many rules and regulations, and all these rules have been taken care. And in this input, the teacher has to enter the marks and select the subject like this. Click, and if you just click, you can, suppose if I write B here. So it is taking physics, because here in the place of B, I have written physics. Similarly, if I say H, it will take music, because here in H it is music. The teacher only has to take the subject and enter the marks. And if it is a practical subject, practical marks have to be entered. If it is a non-practical subject, only theory marks have to be entered. So this way, simply giving the input. The second sheet is the statement of marks. This is where I had to work a lot, because here, let me open the hidden cells here. This is where my work is done. The teachers don't need it, so I simply hide it. See, the marks are calculated. The first, second, third test total is calculated automatically, and the annual total is calculated, the subject total. And if there are any exemptions in the sense, if a student fails to appear on medical grounds, so he is exempted from that test. So exemptions also have been treated, the subject totals, and there is a rule that every student must appear at least 2 tests and 1 exam, or 2 exam and 1 test. That also has been taken care of. The teacher doesn't have to bother. Just by looking at the marks, it takes. So pass, fail, like at what percentage the student passes, at what percentage the student gets particular grade and division. All these things have been taken care in this particular sheet. The teacher doesn't have to do anything over here. Simply look at it. And if you come to the last part, this makes progress reports for 100 students. If you come here, whether it is a main exam or a supplementary exam, and what is the total number of students appeared, division-wise result, and again subject-wise divisions, and again all these can be looked at a stretch. See, this is the overall result, where we can have a complete idea of the result, and from this a graph also is prepared automatically. The teacher has no tension of any kind. So these are the, see, appeared. In Hindi, 72 students appeared, and who is the teacher? Mrs. Sharma is the teacher. And how many distinctions? 1. First divisions 32. So all this data is calculated automatically. I need not go for each and every teacher, I'm just giving an example. And apart from this, this is the overall result. And we also have the category-wise result. Here you can see SC boys 0, because this is the result of a girls' school. So all the boys columns are 0. SC girls, first division, second division, third division, percentage, and everything. In the same way, SC, ST, OBC, general, girls, boys, all these are calculated automatically. So this is the sheet in which we have to do a lot of work. This has been made easy. Then coming to the third sheet, that is the result aggregate. Here we don't have to do anything. This result sheet has to be pasted on the notice board for the students and the parents so that they can just have a look at it and know what is the result of the kid. And if there is any supplementary, they can simply look at into this one. So this is for the notice board, and this is for, this statement was for the teacher, this is for the notice board, and again we have a subject wise sheet in which one simple look will give what is the subject wise result, like what is the teacher wise result. We can have this. Then the full progress report. The teacher doesn't have to fill in each and every progress report. It is automatically filled. The teacher has to give simply one print command, and all the progress reports are printed in sequence, and simply signature is required. And we can also have a graphical representation. What has been the result of this subject and what is the graph of the overall class. In this way, just by putting the marks and the students' detail, the teacher gets so many sheets all ready to use. So it has been a great work, but I never knew that it was going to be such a great work.
Ma'am, here you are discussing about a very important productivity tool, how sheets could be created with the help of Excel and how to compute data. I just have the slight information for all our viewers that in this session we are left by the last 30 minutes. If you have any of the queries, any messages for our expert, Mrs. Kavita is here to answer all your questions. Feel free to reach out to us in the comment section of NCRT Official. Ma'am, I also have a personal question. Could I take that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, please.
Thank you so much. Ma'am, is it easy to create these Excel sheets, for example, the number of data or the amount of figures that I could see in there? There are a lot. So could any teacher try that, or any school come up with that idea to create Excel sheets and compute data in this format? Is it easy, ma'am?
Ma'am, it's easy. It's easy because you have to work hard. That's all. You have to spend time.
All right.
And what they have to do is do it only for once. It will go on for years and years. And one more thing, whatever I had done, it is free of cost available on my website. Anybody can simply use it. It is not that I have done it only for my school. I have done it for CBSE schools also. And it is free of cost. It is customizable. It is not protected. I have not objected anyone to do anything. If you can take this sheet and convert it according to your needs, you're welcome. I have no problem. It is not copyright.
Wow, that's great.
And if anybody wants to learn how to use, I do give sessions through my videos. I have 200 videos on my channel, and wherever there is a separate demand that here is the place where I'm getting stuck, I make another simple video for the teacher, because most of the time I'm working for the teachers, not directly for the students. I'm working mostly for the teachers. So teachers are always welcome to come out with their doubts, and their replies will be given through videos. So let me close this application. I think you got an idea that this can be done.
Yeah, of course.
And, let me close this application, and I want to proceed on to what else I had done. So this was the application we were discussing about. I came back to my PPT, and these were the steps we have already seen. Then let me tell you one thing. I created a website, ctor.in. CTOR stands for Creative Teachers of Rajasthan, and IN stands for India. This is a website where teachers can showcase their work and they can spread their knowledge all over the world. It is not only the teachers of Rajasthan, but it is the teachers all over India who are already on board. Let me take you to that website. This is the website, and in the home page I have said that any teacher who wants to give anything for the benefit of students or teachers is welcome on board. I will not pay anything to anyone. I will not charge anything from anyone. That is the thing, very simple. If you look at the teacher's contribution, Many of the ICT awardees are already here on the board. This is my own channel, and I have Keshav Das Gupta. He is another ICT awardee from Rajasthan. There are non-ICT awardee teachers also. This Mukesh Gudra is a very good teacher in biology. And if I talk about the ICT awardee teachers, Rashmi Gupta ma'am is there, Pradeep Negi sir is there, Ashutosh Anand Avasthi sir is there, Pranesh ji is there. There are so many teachers. They are on this board and they contribute because they don't charge. And everyone, what they need to do is just to give the link to their work, whether it is a blog or a website or a YouTube channel. I paste the link and it goes directly over to their channel. So this way, I have created a platform so that the teachers who are interested can do something for the nation. And here, not only the individual teachers, but here we have the content subject-wise also. If you want to have something in maths, just go and click here. You have plenty of lessons in mathematics given by teachers who are interested in sharing their knowledge. And come back, there are applications too. There are mobile applications, web-based applications. All these have been created by teachers and without charging anything from anyone. Students and teachers are free to take anything from here. And we have given links to the most useful websites. Even the NCERT link is given here. eGyan portal, Shala Darpan, Shiksha Darshan. So many links are available. And this is SIQE as a separate thing, like School Initiative for Quality Education. It is run in Rajasthan. And this is particularly to strengthen the primary education. So there also we have done a lot of work and the teachers' work is here. And the videos of teachers, so you can see these are some of my videos and videos of different teachers, like if you want to learn something in Excel, you come to this section. If you want to create GeoGebra applets, come over here. If you want to create a PPT, you can do the self-learning part of PPT. Go ahead and learn and work on it. Then how to do the online work, how to work with Google Drive, how to work with Google Forms. All these videos are available. And this is the result application which we have just seen. You can see that class 6 to 11, all workbooks are there. And even the CBSE workbooks are also here. And if somebody else wants to make such thing and publish it for the help of the teachers and students, he or she is welcome. Simply they have to send me a mail that, ma'am, I want to be on the board, and they are welcome on the board. So this is the website. So again, coming back, this is the logo of the Creative Touches of Rajasthan. This has been prepared by one of the members of this team, Mr. Qayyum Khan, a very good artist. We have teachers who teach arts, science, and physical education and health, fitness. There are variety of subjects over here. And this is the city or screenshot I presented here. Then I introduced the concept of virtual education, virtual class, first time in 2010 and later on in 2012. We worked on it, and finally in 2015 the government of Rajasthan has launched a satellite education program in which I was honored as the guest because it was me who started this idea. Though it was done later at a very good level, all paid applications, but I initiated the idea, and this is how we conducted lessons in the initial stages. They were not so good in quality, some sound problems, they were all there, but we never stopped in trying. Then coming to my YouTube channel, there are some 150 to 170. I'm talking 70 because in one channel it is 150 and I have 2 more channels. And some 170 videos are there. All are self-learning videos and all are for teachers. Teachers can simply go on to the YouTube channel, and I'll take you directly to the channel instead of going through this because nowadays YouTube shows an advertisement first and it will be a wastage of time for us. This is my YouTube channel and these are my videos. There are some 150 videos, how to use mobile application, how to use computer, how to work on PPTs, how to work with Excel, how to conduct online classes, how to use Zoom, so on and so forth. And more videos will be given on demand. So coming back to my presentation. I was asked by my Principal Secretary, Rajasthan, to visit ICT labs. There are more than 35 labs all over Rajasthan, district labs I'm talking about. I visited 10 of them. I couldn't visit all of them, but I visited 10 labs in different districts. Traveled from Chittor, that is one end, to Jaisalmer, another end of Rajasthan, and I gave a start to many of the idle line ICT labs, and I gave trainings. I conducted more than 50 trainings at state level, helping the teachers, like face-to-face trainings and online trainings, and then videos. I had 50 face-to-face trainings on using computer for classroom teaching and for testing. And the figure is a little bit wrong. It's 10,000, not this. So 10,000 teachers have been trained by me in using the spreadsheet technology, particularly this result software. And even to this day, I am continuing my trainings. I give particularly training in Excel program, Google Spreadsheet, and Google Drive, and digital board. How to make use of a digital board to make the class more interesting. I have also given training on how to prepare GeoGebra applets. These are the few photos of my training sessions. Now coming to my own school. In this school, I worked for 6 years, and now I am retired. I have taken my voluntary retirement. And this school is, let me tell you, it is the farthest end of Rajasthan, a very small village, a totally rural place. Never dreamt of any ICT in that school, but today it is one in the first top five schools when we talk about the ICT interventions. We have been able to do that. There is a staff of 30 teachers, and each and every teacher in my school can use all the digital boards and all the facilities available in the school. Let me tell you what is available. We have 4 digital display boards, and apart from that we have 22 tablet PCs, and these tablet PCs are particularly used for primary section because there are so many Android applications where learning can be done in the playway method. There are apps, Android apps. The students use those apps and they do a lot of learning. We have an ATL lab, Adult Tinkering Lab. Students are very familiar with all the equipments over there. We have a computer lab with 10 computers. And the best thing is, every teacher, whether she or he teaches a primary class or class 12, from we have class 1 to 12, everyone is well versed in using all this. Now I'll show you how. I need to go back to my one second, please. Okay, let's go through this link only. In the PPT, we have a link. This is the school. This link will work. How to use ICT in the classroom. I'm sorry for us. Very sorry.
चित्तौड़ जिले के सुदूर ग्रामीण क्षेत्र में स्थित राजकीय उच्च माध्यमिक विद्यालय मरजीवी, जो पूरी तरह से डिजिटल स्कूल है। आइए देखते हैं इसमें कौन कौन से रिसोर्सेज हैं और इन्हें कौन और किस तरह से प्रयोग में लेते हैं। डिजिटल रिसोर्सेज के प्रयोग का ट्रेनिंग देती हुई प्रिंसिपल डी कविता।
वीडियो इंपोर्ट करके बताती हूँ।
ये एक्ट किया है। अब मैं इसको पोजीशन कर रही हूँ, इसको वीडियो को प्ले करना।
एवं परिक्रमण, पृथ्वी का अपने अक्ष पर एक चक्कर पूरा करने को घूर्णन कहा जाता है।
गणित शिक्षण सरल हो जाता है। यह मेरा एक्स एक्सिस और वाई एक्सिस बड़े आसानी से बन गया है। 1 2 3 4 डिजिटल रिसोर्सेज विषयों के अध्यापन में काम आते हैं। अगर हम किसी मैप का इमेज लेते हैं तो हम जूम करते हैं तो पिक्सल फट जाते हैं। भूगोल यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो कि पूरी पृथ्वी का गोला हमारे सामने धीरे धीरे करके आ जाएगा। ये आ गया इंडिया हमारे सामने, इंडिया हमारा देश। इस विद्यालय के सभी शिक्षक इन सभी रिसोर्सेज को अच्छी तरह से काम में लेते हैं।
महाभारत के पौराणिक पात्रों के माध्यम से इस बात को बहुत ही सरल तरीके से स्पष्ट किया है। यहाँ पर एक पात्र है विदुर, जो किसके प्रतीक है? सत्य के प्रतीक है।
शिक्षा के अंतर्गत प्राथमिक उपचार का अध्ययन करेंगे। ए बी सी, एबीसी का जो अर्थ है बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है। जैसे एयरलेस, ए का है एयर और बी का है ब्रीथिंग, और सी का है सर्कुलेशन। सुभाषित सु का अर्थ होता है और भाष्य शीत का अर्थ होता है वचन या कहे, अच्छे वचन या अच्छे सुक्ति। महानदी, बंधुकत्वा, यम न औषधि। ये जो सुक्ति है
दो बातों में एक साथ उछाला जाता है तो इसकी क्या क्या केसेस हो सकते हैं, इसकी क्या प्रायिकता होगी। तो प्रायिकता का सूत्र हमें पता है। ये देखना पांच के क्या क्या केसेस हो सकते हैं। पांच के केसेस 4 और 1, 5 3 2 5 4 3 5 1 और 4। ये जो लाइन है इस अंकों का योग 5 आने के केसेस हो गए। इसमें कितने केस हो गए? 1 2 3 4। तो ये 4/36, 4 है तो 4 है 36 बराबर 1/9।
हृदय, मानव का हृदय सबसे विकसित अंग है। इसमें 4 भाग होते हैं, 2 आलिंग और 2 नीले। ये वाला हिस्सा इसका दाहिना हिस्सा है। इसमें अशुद्ध रक्त आता है दाहिने आलिंग और दाहिने नीले में, और इस तरफ वाले हिस्से में शुद्ध रक्त होता है बाएं आलिंग और बाएं नीले।
और रक्त की रचना करेंगे। इसके लिए ज्योमेट्रिक बॉक्स लेना पड़ेगा। ज्योमेट्रिक बॉक्स निकाल लेना पड़ेगा।
The students working with the digital resources.
वेरी गुड। आप 3 दिमाग में रखो और उसको बंद करो।
मुझे बहुत को मापने के लिए हमें जाने की आवश्यकता है। हमें जाने को सीख किया और जाने को।
These are the primary kids working with the tablet PCs, learning through games, playway method. We have a class for this tablet PCs, 25 tablets, 25 students can work, or if we let them work in pairs, 50 students class can be covered at a time. The computer lab, students are able to use the laptops also.
देखो वेरी गुड। कंट्रोल है।
हाँ।
गुड।
ATL lab, metal tinkering lab.
तुम्हारी भी चल रही है।
The projects being conducted here. Basics of electronics. They are making circuits. Working with robotics. Through this, I want to say that
आज हम जन सुविधा के बारे में अध्ययन करेंगे।
जन सुविधा में मुख्य रूप से हमारे पास आता है सबसे पहले शिक्षा। क्या दिखाई दे रहा है? चिड़िया है ना?
Whether the teacher is teaching Hindi or physical education, everyone uses.
बताइए, ये देखो, ये उदाहरण से समझा रही हूँ। मैंने एक शब्द लिया अपमान, ये दो शब्दों से मिलकर बना है अप और मान। अप प्लस मान प्लस मान।
This is another kind of digital code.
इसमें अप है
that it is attached to a TV, a simple smart TV,
और मान
has been converted to digital code. This is for primary text. Simran ma'am,
Yeah.
I'm ready for questions now.
Okay, thank you for providing us so insightful information about your journey. We have a set of questions, but before that, I would once again like to ask you if you have anything else to add to the conversation, then we could proceed towards the questions.
Yes, if time permits, I would like to show the use of Google Drives, which I've trained my teachers
Sure,
in.
we still have 10 minutes left. If you want to
Okay.
share anything from your end, that would be
Yeah.
helpful.
Yes, this is the Google Drive. During the COVID period, we could not give our face-to-face teaching to our students. So we conducted classes and we also conducted tests. And these tests have been done through the Google Forms. These are the, say, Digifolio 21-22. Digifolio means digital portfolio. And in this drive, this is the drive of the entire school. This is the school drive, not my personal drive. In this drive, we have this Digifolio. And in Digifolio, for every class, we have created one separate folder. And now I'm opening the folder of class 12. Here, the students' homework has been checked and put into this. This has been done by the teachers. The teachers never faced any problem during the COVID. The classes were running so smooth because I was an ICT awardee and I was able to help them. I trained each and every teacher. I had to spend hours together with the teachers, but they are doing so well. And we also conducted tests. This is the quiz. And all these tests have been conducted through Google Forms. My teachers are now able to use Google Forms for testing. And these are the question papers. And this is the score sheet. This part also I have taught some of the teachers who are more inquisitive. Otherwise, most of the teachers did the test part. This is the scoreboard. And if you look at this scoreboard, it gives the students list on one side. Then here you can see Hindi compulsory. Whenever the teacher conducts a test and when the students answer the test through the Google form, the score automatically comes into it without any input by the teacher. The teacher doesn't have to do the copy evaluation and then feeding of marks and this and that, nothing. Simply the data is taken directly from the Google Forms. Because the Google Form data comes into this sheet, and from this sheet, this score sheet I have prepared for the benefit of the teachers, so that the teachers don't have to bother about it. So this is the subject 1, Hindi compulsory, then coming to English, class 12th English. Wherever there is a test, the marks are coming here. As soon as the student submits the Google form, his score comes into this sheet. Then economics for all the subjects we have. Similarly, we have one scoreboard for each class. This is the scoreboard of class 12, includes all the subjects and all the tests. The teacher conducted 10 tests, so all the 10 test marks will be here. So when the students are revising, simply they can see how I did in my first test and how I improved towards the end of the year. The teacher also gets an idea that particular student is still lagging behind. See, in the first test, he got 5 marks, and even in the 8th test, he is not able to do well. So, teacher can pay special attention to the student. So, this one also has been done in the spreadsheet technology, and this can be done by any teacher. If anybody is interested in learning, we can have one-to-one conversation, we can have a Zoom class, or we can have a video session. So, this is the work done by the teachers. The 30 teachers that are in my school are able to do this Google Forms things. It's really a boon for me that I've been able to help so many teachers. Particularly, my teachers have been trained face to face, but I have trained many teachers even online. And this system is being implemented in more than 50 schools in Rajasthan, where the teachers have been in contact with me and they have learned all this and they are doing on their own. Once again, I'm ready for questions.
All right, ma'am. So we have a set of questions for you here. My first question would be, after COVID-19, it's quite evident that almost all the teachers out there, they tried using technology to impart education to their students. But still, there are few teachers who are not that tech savvy. Like they are not a pro with the technology. So the first question that comes to their mind is, where should we start from? For example, if I am a teacher and I want to impart education to my students with the help of ICT interventions. So
Yeah.
what would be the first preference? Any advice from your end?
Yes, that depends on the requirement. If you want to go for testing and all, it is Google Forms or spreadsheets. If you want to go for teaching, the best way is nowadays, there are so many user-friendly mobiles and mobile applications. Going giving a video lesson is very easy nowadays. Using a mobile, simply we can give a lesson. Even if you can't use the mobile and all, simply use a paper and pen. That also I could have shown, but I don't have it now. What we did is we made a box, and on the top of the box I placed a glass, and above the glass the phone has been fixed in a video mode, and behind under the glass the teacher is writing on the paper. That means there is no need of any board or any digital board. Where there is a will, there is always a way. Simple shooting with the mobile is very easy, and now I think nowadays everyone can do that. So using a simple mobile, you can give a video lesson. If you want to reach out to the students, paper pen is also possible, and asking your colleague or a friend to hold the mobile while you are teaching on the green board or blackboard, that is also possible. So mobile is the best when a teacher is a novice, because using a computer could be a little bit difficult for a beginner, but using a mobile is not at all difficult. Everyone can do that.
All right. Thank you so much for your important advice that you have shared with all our viewers watching our session. I'm sure that many teachers who are going to watch this session will start from here itself. Something as basic as mobile phone could let you interact with your students in an easy manner. Moving ahead in the session, ma'am, I have next question to you. What is the difference that you see in the conventional form of teaching and in today's scenario of ICT? For example, when I was a student, or even when you were a student, I would say, there was a complete monologue or the lecture prepared by our teachers.
Yes,
and then they come to the room and they leave our classrooms, and there was no student interaction. How important is it to have active participation of the students in today's scenario?
Yeah, this active participation gives a life both to the student and the teacher. When you know that the student is listening to you and paying attention to you, you become more active. Instead of just facing a computer, if you face the students, it is a two-way class. It's always better. And the ICT tools give us a very good chance to replicate the work. See, I have prepared a presentation for my student. It is not limited to my students. It is useful all over India, all over the world. So, replication, distribution, these are the advantages of using ICT tools. When you use a whiteboard or a blackboard or a green board, whatever board, you are drawing a beautiful diagram, but you are wasting 20 minutes in that. So out of 40 minutes, 20 minutes have just gone for your drawing. So what is the amount of time that you are giving actually to the students? It is lost. Whereas you have a ready-made presentation where you have a ready-made diagram, or you have an animation or a video. So you are saving time, you are giving a direct visual aid. It is audio-visual aid you are giving. Even at home, they are able to use it at home. So irrespective of time, space, the opportunities, even mobile is helpful in watching the videos and all.
Yeah.
So ICT has given an ample opportunity to learn.
Yes,
I've given my mail ID here in case any teacher wants to contact me, this mail ID.
Yeah. I'm sure that our teachers would be using that. And before concluding this session, ma'am, I would like to have a reflection on this statement from your end, because I think you are the perfect fit to answer this. You just mentioned while going through your journey that you completed your MCA degree when you were 50 years of age.
Yes, that is.
Yeah. So I would request you to please reflect on this statement that it's never too late to start something new.
It's never too late. And let me tell you that I am retired now. I am relocated myself. I shifted from Rajasthan to Pune, but I'm not going to sit idle here. I'm going to start something new here. Even at the age of 59. I'm 59 now. So there is no age limit. You just have to have that will to do.
So I think the best takeaway from this session is to keep going.
Keep going.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, Kavita ma'am, for being a part of this session and sharing your insightful journey and the glimpses and the anecdotes of your journey with all our viewers. We appreciate that, and I hope that all our viewers have loved us because of the beautiful comments that are pouring in the comment section. I would like to read one of them. Geeta just says, thank you, ma'am. It's a very knowledgeable session. Thank you to all the viewers who have connected with NCERT for this session. Once again, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, viewers, and thank you, NCERT and CIT, and thank you, Simran ma'am. This has been a wonderful opportunity to me, and I thank you all for that.
Thank you everyone for being a part of this session. Stay connected to NCERT. Our upcoming session is Sahyog. Namaskar.